Welcome to Toffee TV. It is the match preview. Europa League match day 3. Lyon at Goodison Park. A must win. A must. The definition. This game is the definition, Baz, of a must win. Because
we must win.
We must win. There you go.
Quite simple, really.
Quite simple.
We have got to win. And there's no other... put it this way, if you don't win, we're out. I would say that. That's what I would say.
Yeah.
I know, quite obviously, mathematically, we're nowhere near being out, but I would think if we don't win on Thursday, we're out.
Yeah, certainly with 2 away games and a tough looking game against Atalanta at home. You know, the cards will be stacked against us, and I think Lyon's a very pivotal game because, you know, we played them back to back in the group, and I think it looks like if we were competing for second place, it would be with them.
Yeah.
So therefore, not only have we got to take the points, we've got to take the points off them as well, because, you know, listen, at the moment it doesn't look great. We're bottom of the group, but a win on Thursday night, suddenly we can be, you know, pushed into second place, and things look a lot different. Yeah,
because you'd expect Atalanta to beat Limassol on Thursday and cement their place at the top, and then we beat Lyon. You know, they've drawn both of their first 2 games in the group, so we'd be 2 points ahead of them in second place and going for the away game. You know, but we sat here before Limassol saying we beat these, we're back in it, you know, and Lyon don't beat Atlanta, we're right back in it. So for us, it's a case we do have to win it. The excuses have got to stop. The performance has got to be there, you know, and got to give the crowd something to respond to.
Yeah, because I mean, as well, the other thing is that it's come to a point where it doesn't really matter about what you say. It's about what you do. You know, you can go, oh, we lost the first one, oh, there's 5 left. Oh, we drawn the second one, there's 4 left. This is the crunch game now. For me, I think we have to take 4 points off Lyon.
Yeah,
you know,
say so.
And if we start at home by taking 3, then that's a massive start, isn't it? You know, because if we want to get, for me, I find it quite embarrassing if we don't get out of this group. You know, I don't know if when the last time an English team didn't get out of the group. So I think it's really important that we do that. We you know, keep the season going.
Was it Southampton last year?
I don't think they qualified.
He played into Milan, didn't he? I think it was last year. The year before he didn't qualify.
Okay.
I think.
So maybe it was last year. But I would be quite disappointed.
Yeah.
You know, because on paper, you know, Atalanta, Lyon, Limassol, they're not giants, or you know, they certainly didn't spend anywhere near the kind of money we spent, and yet, you know, and yet we wouldn't be able to get out of a group.
Yeah, I think it's very embarrassing. It's very similar to not getting into the group in the first place. For me, you know, I think we were all excited in the summer. We were certainly intrigued about how things were going to play out. We were excited. I was very excited. I was thinking we can have a right good goal this year. We can push for the top 4. Before the ball was kicked, that was it. You know, thinking that we might bring another couple in, and then we're well equipped, and we can certainly go far in this Europa League. And the season's gone the other way. You know, every Premier League game's hard to watch. There's no pattern of play, and so you come into the Europa League sometimes for a little bit of a relief and to get the form going, and we haven't done that either in either game. So Thursday, to me, represents it is pivotal. It's a really big. It needs a big performance, and it's gonna have to have a good performance.
Yeah, and the sad thing is, you know, 3 seasons ago now, when we were in the Europa League last, the Europa League really was a distraction, wasn't it? It was a great distraction when you think of the Wolves, you know, beating Wolfsburg 5-1 at home, 4-1. You know, and it was, we were, you know, we've seen them as really a tough side, top side in Europe, and we beat them home and away. You know, we beat Lille home, and you know, we
drew 0-0 away to them, didn't we?
You know, we drew with Krasnodar away as well, 1-1, and it was a really good balance, and we found that it was a good distraction, whereas so far in 2 games it hasn't been a distraction at all. It's been just as bad as what we've been seeing in the league.
I mean, can you understand, certainly against Limassol, that flatness in the stadium when we come up? Because we all look forward to it. I know there'll be people who were saying, get out of it, it's a distraction. I don't buy that, I really don't buy into the distraction. And I don't buy into the fact that it's the reason why we're poor.
No.
I understand when Ronald Koeman kind of said this in his press conference before Brighton, and he said, see, did we mention of Everton and Goodison? You started yawning. When he said before that game, you know, well, we didn't have the best pre-season because we had games. I kind of get that, but we've played a lot of football now. So if these players aren't fit, there must be something else.
So I took what he said regarding the preparation time, and I do believe, you know, I think the qualifiers took away from our pre-season, and I said that then, and I'll say it now. We didn't have a proper pre-season. It was all about getting into the group stage, which is fine. I've got no problem with that, but I also feel like, I don't know, maybe it was like a perfect storm, because I just think, well, should we have been, obviously we needed to be focused, but should we have been that worried? But I suppose if you spent that much money and you've got new players coming in, then it was the perfect storm of almost like, we said at the time, it didn't matter, it was just about getting in because of the embarrassments and the money we spent of not being in.
But the games, we played a lot of games, so the shape should be there, the formation should be there, the way we're playing should be there.
It's almost counterintuitive to what it's supposed to have done. It's done the opposite. It was supposed to bed down a shape. It was supposed to get us fit, and it looks like it's done all the opposite things. That's the mad thing. It hasn't settled players down. If it's done anything, it's done the reverse. Players are less confident than they would be because of how they've been introduced. So I just think everything's been done wrong. I think when we were qualifying, it should have been the tried and tested players should have been playing, and then the other players should have been introduced slower, but they weren't. They were introduced maybe too fast. And that goes for the season as well. And you know, we've set up just all wrong. We went to Atalanta, and I just thought the way we were set up was wrong.
That was our worst performance of the season.
Yeah, it was. But again, it wasn't a terrible start. It was just after about 20 minutes, we conceded a goal and just went. We nosedived, and then obviously Limassol was just. It's a game really. We should have. We got off to a poor start, poor defensive mistake, got ourselves back in the game, and then threw it away because we couldn't finish them off, or certainly just couldn't defend against 10 men for the last 5 minutes.
And then Calvert-Lewin's got a score.
He's got a score.
Darmed's that in, we win the game 3-2, and everyone's like, alright, we were shite, but we've got the points and we move on. But even if we'd have beat them, we would have had to win this game regardless. So kind of where we are.
They're no mugs, are they? I mean, I think they got to the semi-final last year, I think. Lyon.
Was it they got beat by? Was it Ajax beat them?
Ajax beat them, yeah. Obviously, they've drawn both games. They got a late equaliser over in Limassol. Well, there was a late equaliser in Limassol. And obviously, Atalanta, they drew 1-1. They took the lead in that one. It's going to be interesting because, you know, they sold Lacazette, didn't they, in the summer, but they've reinvested that money. People are telling me that they look better for it. They bought Memphis, didn't they, last year from
Memphis
United?
In January, so it looked like he was coming here.
Yeah, so maybe that's when they replaced Lacazette early with him in.
They've got Bernard Traore from Chelsea, the kid who was on loan at Ajax, who, you know, we probably could have done with Bertrand Traore rather.
Yeah, they don't look too. I watched them a few weeks ago against Paris Saint-Germain, and they were very unlucky. They lost with a couple of late goals, but they looked good. Looked a compact side. Looked like they had a lot of ability. And they've started the league quite well as well. They won 4, drawn 4, and lost 1. They played Friday night. That's nice, isn't it? Playing Friday night. Obviously playing Monaco, allowing them and Monaco more time which is nice. What the French league does, looks after the teams. Helps, and they beat Monaco 3-2. And Monaco were no mugs, so.
Scored late on, didn't he? Nabil Fekir got a couple. He got a 90-minute winner, or certainly a late winner. So they got some good players. They've also got Yang Mbari, or whatever his name is, who was a centre back for Newcastle for a bit. So they got some good players, but you know, it's at the stage where we've got to focus on us. We've got to we've got to play our game and play with a bit of intensity.
Yeah.
The same, we'll need the same thing against Sunday against Arsenal. If we, you know, and by the way, nice one, fucking Troy Deeney winding Arsenal up before we played them. But we'll need intensity to beat these. If we go slow and try to just slow the game down against these can pick us up.
What you find about French teams is as well, they're used to the physical side of things. They're always big, strong lads, bit of pace about them, they can move the ball.
But if you can get the intensity against them, you can get under the skin a bit. And remember, Lille come to Goodison and they were in decent form when we beat them 3-0. You know, after we drawn 0-0 over there. So, you know, we know what we're up against.
Yeah.
These are a decent side, but we've got to, like I've just said, we've got to focus on us. It's about what we do.
Yeah.
If Everton turn up and I mean, how many games have we played? Is it 14 games now this season? We've had 6 Europa games, haven't we? So we've had 14 matches this season, competitive games, and it's bad. But I was going to say, if Everton can turn up and perform like we did against, and I'm thinking
nobody,
you know, maybe second half against Stoke at home when we had a good half an hour where we were looking like we were going to add some, or the last 20 against Bournemouth might be a better example. If we can do that, get that intensity like we had the last 20 against Bournemouth, or play like we did against Sunderland. Even we've actually played more, 15 games because I forgot Sunderland. If we played like that, where we're moving it round nice and quick, we might be able to overcome them. But I think if we're slow and pedestrian like we have been, these will cause us problems.
It's really important. The intensity's high.
Yeah,
really important.
Tom Davies has got to play.
Get the crowd up, get it going. You know, and I hope they're saying all the right things as well. Must-win game, got to win. No, oh yeah, it's another game in the group and all that. No, it's a must-win game. It's a game we have to get the 3 points on, because if we don't, there's no hope for us in this group. You know, we'll need the crowd on our side. You know, the crowd have got to be with us. The crowd got to understand it's like a cup final. Use all those words. Get people going about the game. Get people going to the game thinking, fucking hell, all right, it's been shite.
Need us.
It's been shite this season. This is a pivotal moment. We don't want the season to go all tumbling down in a week by losing this game and Chelsea away in the League Cup. And you know, we laugh at others when we see others trying to help the team, you know, by doing stupid things. But the team will, put it this way: if we do our part as fans, at least no one can say, well, what did you do? Do you know what I mean? You just sat there while your team. At least if you were having a go, and you might got them going a little bit. Do you know what I mean? In a way, it's almost like sometimes the crowd can be the drum to the intensity, if that makes any sense. You know, they dictate. If the crowd are up and they're at it, then the players can be up and at it, and they're the drum beat that keeps that tempo going.
It's all about. I mean, it is a little bit chicken and egg, isn't it?
Oh,
you know,
yeah.
People go, well, you know, the players have got to get the crowd going, but I think we're at a stage in the season where maybe us as fans have got to think, well, what are we going to do? Are we just going to sit back and just see if it happens? Well, we're midway through October now, and it hasn't happened, and we have kind of sat back. It's been quiet at Goodison, there's no question about it. Can't blame the support. It's the worrying thing for me is it feels like Martinez is in charge at the moment, and it's that slow tempo, and I don't know why, because Ronald Koeman always talks about aggression and intensity, and it's not translating. So maybe we need to give them a bit of a hand, and you know, have someone in there like Tom Davies, who's the heartbeat of the team, who will get us going with a little bit of pace. Maybe play John Joe Kenny just to get someone who's going to smash into people and get the crowd up. But us as a crowd, we've got to appeal for everything and get behind the lads, and it might just be that we're able to get a tune off them by backing them.
An angry Goodison would be superb. I mean, angry in the right way.
We need it over the next. We need it twice in 3 days. What
difference does it make? I mean, what's the difference seeing a game like this and a game like the Fiorentina game? Nothing. That was just wasn't a group game, but obviously it was a game that the team needed the fans, and it's the same. It's the same on Thursday night. You know. It's you know, the whole thing has got to come together, because otherwise, you know, if we don't get that 3 points, then you know, you're looking at a long, tough season ahead with very little to look forward to. And you know, as a football fan, that's almost all you ask for as a football fan, is things to look forward to in the season. things to get excited about. You know, whatever they are.
Well, look at last season, just very quickly. We went out the first week in January. We were already out the league. We went out the FA Cup at home to Leicester, and it was just like Premier League. And we knew that we weren't on for anything. We kept it going, and we had a little bit of a battle, and then all of a sudden it was, can we get fourth or fifth? You know, because we got ourselves close, but realistically, deep down, it was always going to be a long shot. Yeah. But we just had nothing other than, it's a game this week, and it's a game this week. At the moment, we're still in everything. Yeah. Okay, probably.
I don't think we're going to win the Premier League.
No, I don't think we're going to win the Prem. But Europe is still an outside chance if we got some form.
Yeah.
That we'll go to Chelsea in the League Cup. You know, they're not going to have Morata, and you know, we mightn't play Batshuayi because
other players are injured
and other players are out. So we've got half a chance there. We've got this game, you know, we've got Arsenal. So it can turn very quickly, but it'll only turn very quickly if you're positive, if your fans are behind you, and if your manager sends the right message out.
Yeah.
4-4-2.
Said it. Yeah, there you have it. Don't forget, let us know your thoughts in the comments on the game. Are you excited? Are you worried? Is it a must win? Let us know your thoughts in the comments. Don't forget, subscribe, click the bell for alerts, and if you want more videos, join us on Patreon. We'll see you later.